Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again watching Astroteric TV. I'll be your one and only host, the Astro Guru. And today, the topic of discussion is being careful what you say because you become a slave to your words. And what I mean by that is when you do things like tell people you'll be there for them, or when you tell people things that you love them, the more you do it, you convince yourself of a lie if it isn't the truth. Meaning you have to do the spiritual work to find the truth before you can know the truth. So that's how we wind up looking for love in the wrong places. Now, it's not only when it comes to love or being there for somebody. It's on both sides. So it comes in many forms. Anytime you make a commitment or a dedication, you have devoted yourself to the outcome or the result of that situation, in which you hinder future progress by being locked in that situation. It's like saying yes to a bad marriage, and because you have history with the person and it's been comfortable, although it's been toxic and unhealthy, it's a familiar situation. So walking into the unknown can be very scary, because at that point you've convinced yourself that at least I have somebody. So by being appreciative of what isn't for you, you have now told the universe that I don't want what you have for me. I want what's meant for someone else. And now the universe has to work to change everything around. It's like ordering food, but when the food gets there, it's like, nah, I don't want this. So I got to remake it. But you accepted someone else's food, so now they have to remake their food. So now that person has to wait longer and longer so the universe can send a new person back in. But it's okay, because while you accepted something too fast, that person probably has the patience to wait for what is actually for them. So if that person wants a 20-year marriage, they may not get married at 20, because then they'll be divorced at 40 and may not have anybody. But what'll happen is they'll get married at 40 and maybe, die with their person. But you, who have accepted something that was for someone else, by the time it hurts so bad that you're actually saying to yourself, I don't care about this relationship anymore. You've taken so long and you've taken so much time in the wrong relationship that the right one can no longer find you. So you might get married at 20. You might stay with the wrong person for 10 years. And then when y'all separate, you won't be able to find someone. You'll be able to get someone, but you won't be able to keep someone. So, but that's also because you spent so much time with the wrong person that they have now become the right person for you. It'll keep seeming like they're just the right person, but you gotta take another 10 years to get that out of your system. All of the happy times, all the sad times, all the toxicity, all the unhealthiness, you gotta get it out your system. That's the only way that you can, you gotta clear the table so they can bring more food. You said you wanted a seafood platter. We gave you a seafood platter, but now we find out you're allergic to seafood. So you gotta get your EpiPen, make sure you get back right, and when you come here, don't order seafood again. You learn your lesson. And we all learn lessons at different paces. So be careful what you say because you become a slave to your words. Don't make promises that you can't keep. Don't tell people that you love them when you really don't. Even if they tell you that they love you, say thank you and I appreciate that. I wish I could tell you the same, but it's just whatever I've done to make you love me, the feeling isn't mutual because you haven't done the things that I would need from someone for me to tell them that I love them. And although we'd love to promote unconditional love, there's a reason why we have rules and regulations, and there's a reason why there are certain conditions needed for things to come to fruition, for things to be correct. So when you're out telling people that you love them and you don't, or you haven't done the work to actually know what love is, everyone gets misguided, everyone gets hurt, everyone gets betrayed, everyone gets, shame and guilt get placed on people. So it's like we're doing further damage by not doing the healing, just trying to keep going and figure it out. You can't move on from the past if you haven't learned from it. If I walk down the same street every day, knowing that every time I walk on this street, there's an earthquake, why would I keep walking on that street? That's growth. Growth is when you say, you know what? Maybe I should take that way. And it might be the way that you don't want to take, but it may be the most peaceful route. We're not only compromising with ourselves, we're not only compromising with other people, we're not only compromising with God. We are compromising with life. We are living life on its terms. Life is not living on our terms. That must be understood. Words have existed for millions and billions of years, since the first being, since the Sumerians, since noise, language, sound has been coming from a voice box. And that has been being understood. But the more we change languages, come up with new languages and new words and things like that, we have to repeat the cycle of understanding what energy this word may carry. The word thirsty wasn't always the word thirsty. Originally, it was Trishna, the Latin word Trishna. And from there, we got thirsty. But I can't tell you what Trishna meant then. I couldn't tell you how it was said or what context it was used. But I can tell you I'm thirsty now today. And in year 3000, I can't tell you what word they'll be using there. But I do know people will be getting thirsty until the end of time. You work from the soul. Don't just work from your heart. Don't just work from your mind. Work from the soul first. And allow your vibration to raise up. But don't stop it until it reaches the crown. When it reaches the crown, is when you can process it and let it out. Otherwise, you act too fast. If I speak just from the heart, then I won't be able to make a head over heart decision. I won't be able to place logic amongst those feelings and emotions that I'm having, which is how we get unrequited love, blind love. Love is great as long as it's healthy. And although it may seem like the world is going down, it's not. You've just been paying attention to the wrong things. The world is in perfect balance and perfect harmony. The light and the dark are both doing their jobs. It's just about which one you pay more attention to. So, the more peaceful you become, the less you'll speak. Your words will carry more weight, and there'll be less of them. The more you in confusion, you'll have something to say about everything, but it will lead nowhere. Here's an example. I had somebody ask me for $10. I didn't give them $10, but I told them how they could get $10. And they said, I don't want to do that. I don't like dealing with people. And I said, but here you are dealing with me, asking for $10. You gotta get your priorities straight, brother. So because he doesn't like dealing with people, and people have money that he doesn't, guess what he has to deal with? Not having money. I suggest he do what those people do to get their money. Find a job. Go do some work. Apply yourself somewhere. I don't care how. I don't care what. I don't care what your payment is. Go take on an internship. Go learn something. But you need to be paid and compensated for your time and efforts. And if you're not putting in time or effort, you will not be paid. So, when you go around giving out your energy for free, you become a slave to your own energy. Oh, I did say that. Yeah, you shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't have said it. So here you are with good intentions, making promises and hurting people, as well as yourself. Last but not least, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Don't let that fly over your head. Till next time.